Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing yet another decluttering video in my decluttering series. Like I said in my last video, I am moving to school out of state in the beginning of August, most likely. I haven't found an apartment yet, but I will be moving out of state in August, so I really need to go through my stuff because I have a lot of it. I've been living in the same place for 3 years, which means I've accumulated a lot of stuff. So let's move on with this series. Today we're obviously doing eyeshadow palettes. I'm sure you noticed. I have a slight addiction to makeup in general, but definitely eyeshadow is, it's my vice. So, I don't even know where to begin. There's so many of these palettes. So yeah, let's just dig in. First we have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette. This is my favorite palettes. Probably, it's one of my favorite palettes at least. It's my go-to traveling palette. I love this palette. Has like the perfect selection of shadows. Let me open this up. I keep it in the box because I got a water stain on it. Isn't that so sad? So yeah, you open it up, you have a decent sized mirror, and then it does normally come with a brush, but I have that brush in my brush bowl that I keep all my brushes in so I can actually use it because I really actually like that brush. But when I go traveling, I do put it back in its little slot. But yeah, no, it has a nice little array of colors. You've got these really interesting pops of color. You've got this really pretty metallic shade. You've got the standard black, and then you have some great transitional shades that you can use to really build up dimension on your eye. So I highly recommend. You can't buy this palette, but I definitely recommend these shadows. A lot of these are available as singles since this palette is no longer available. I love her shadows to begin with, so if you get a chance to get your hands on one of her palettes, I definitely recommend it. So I will be keeping that one, obviously. I'm sure you noticed. Again, we'll just continue with Anastasia Beverly Hills because this is her other palette that I have. I did order her Modern Renaissance palette, so I will have that soon. It's coming in the mail, but obviously it's not in this video because it is in the mail. So I really like this palette again too because you've got this really cool like pops of color. You got the fuchsia, the orange, the yellow, blue, like purpley blue. I think it's a very different palette and it has a lot of colors I just don't have in my collection in this palette, and I think it's a really good travel friendly palette for when you want to go somewhere but you want those optional bright colors in your like makeup stash, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So again, I really like this video, or not this video, this palette. I really like this palette. I'm keeping it. Let's move on to a couple of drugstore palettes. I have these cute little colorful eyeshadow palettes that are by Maybelline. I bought these in high school. It's so embarrassing. I bought these in high school and I love them so much, but they discontinued them, so I've been holding on to them. I think partly out of nostalgia because these were my first like colorful eyeshadow palettes that I purchased, so I didn't want to get rid of them. But honestly, these things are like over 6 years old, if not more. I have to get rid of them. It's not really an option. I have to. And then the same can be said about these Mary Kay eyeshadow palettes. I got them in high school. When I was really into Mary Kay, my neighbor, did she do Mary Kay or did she do Avon? Somehow I knew someone who did Mary Kay. So I tried these cute little travel palettes. They're identical because my mom got one as well and she gave them to me. But it's just this cute little like travel friendly eyeshadow palette. Again, I've had them since high school, so I really need to toss them. The quality was pretty good though, so I was impressed by the quality. It's not like my favorite eyeshadow formula, but Mary Kay does have really quality products if you're looking for something. I have this cute little NYX Ipsy palette that I got in my Ipsy bag. It's just like the standard, oh, there goes the eyeshadow wand. But it comes with these really standard like black, brown, and like a kind of champagne-y eyeshadow palette. I really do actually like the quality of these eyeshadows. I need to try more. I don't need to. I want to try more NYX eyeshadow palettes. But honestly, I have a lot of colors that are similar to this, so I think I'm going to put this in my maybe pile, and I might actually pass it along to someone because I just feel like they're colors that I already have in my collection. So I'm going to put these off to the side and I will decide because I honestly don't. I'm going to pass it along because I do have a couple of drugstore eyeshadows that are of these colors. So I think I will pass this along. And then next I have this Maybelline eyeshadow palette. It's like a green toned eyeshadow quad. You got this really interesting kind of like paley gold eyeshadow color right there. It's pretty pigmented. It's really shimmery. All of these are really shimmery. You've got this interesting like olivey gold. This one's more of a cool tone green color. And then you have this nice deep brownie green color. I think I've only used this once. What's the color in? Emerald Smokes. I've only used this once, so I think I'm going to put this in my maybe pile. and I'll try it out again, because I don't own a lot of drugstore eyeshadows, so if I ever want to do like a drugstore specific eyeshadow look or makeup tutorial, I should have a couple of drugstore. I don't know. There's some really similar colors in this one though. Okay, I think I'm gonna pass this one along because I actually really like this Wet n Wild Comfort Zone eyeshadow palette. It comes with 8 shades. You have these really interesting like green tone shades, this kind of like gray gold shade, this dual chrome shade, which is that like typical kind of like browny green color, which looks really cool. And then you've got these typical kind of like interesting neutral shades. So I think I will definitely pass on that Maybelline palette, and I will keep this one because it has those green shades that I could use in a tutorial, but also have those neutral shades. So I will keep this one. Plus I really like it. The formula is really nice, long lasting, blend well, and they're very creamy. So yeah, I like this palette a lot. If you're looking for a very affordable drugstore palette, I highly recommend this one. Next I have this Maybelline The Smokes eyeshadow palette. Oh hey, there's me. I'm having a bum day where I'm wearing glasses and no makeup, yeah. But anyway, so I have this really interesting Maybelline eyeshadow palette that I can't open. There we go. The colors in here are come in a really interesting variety of like dark smoky shades. Obviously mine, ooh, I'm doing this on my bed and my camera just fell over. Alright, so it does come with a nice variety of like really smoky shades. The only thing I don't like about this palette is the quality of the eyeshadows, which I guess, you know, really matters when it comes to whether or not you want to keep something in your collection. These colors are very hit or miss. Some of them are really patchy. They don't blend really well. They're not very pigmented. Some of them are really pigmented, but honestly, I'm just going to pass it along. I don't even think I'm going to pass it along. I think I'm just going to toss it because the quality of these shadows really suck, and I don't really want anyone to use them because they suck so much. So yeah, I do not recommend this eyeshadow palette at all. Alrighty, and then I have this little CoverGirl quad in the color, what do you call? Breathtaking Blues. There we go. The Breathtaking Blues. But it's a really cool quad. They're all very shimmery. This one isn't as shimmery as the other three, but it's an all shimmer palette. I really like this if you're looking for a blue eyeshadow option from the drugstore, which I don't know how many people are, but you know, I love my color, so I always am. I did end up doing a prom makeup tutorial using this, and then my lighting was so bad I had to get rid of that video. It was so bad. So let me know if you still want me to do a tutorial using this eyeshadow palette, because I think they're really pretty. I like the quality of them. They're really pigmented, they blend well. I just think they're a really great option from the drugstore. I know these quads come in a bunch of different colors. There's a pink one, a purple one, a more like neutrally colored one, a smoky one, so I think there's a color for every person out there. Next I have this CoverGirl True Naked Roses palette, which I love. Oh my gosh, these eyeshadows are so pretty. I love them. Honestly, if you're looking for a really good like pinky tone eyeshadow palette from the drugstore, this is the way to go. I honestly like it better than my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, let's be honest here, which I do have in my collection, and I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of it. I don't know. I think I might pass it along because I love this one so much. I think it's a better quality, but there's more eyeshadows in the other ones. I'm like, do I know I'll be keeping this one, but again, if you're looking for a really good drugstore option for like those pink tones, definitely pick up this one. It has a really great transition colors right here. You've got your matte white, your shimmery white, this really pretty like shimmery pinky shade, and then you've got these darker tones to really add definition to the outer quarter. So I love this palette. Definitely pick it up if you have a chance to. Alright, this Avon quad is like older than sin. I don't know why I kept it, other than because I didn't want to get rid of it because I have a hard time getting rid of things. So yeah, but I've had this one since high school, so again, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't know if they still make this quad. If they do, this is a great option from Avon. I really liked the shades. They blended really well, and it created like a really beautiful like natural look that you can definitely rock to work, or if you're just one of those people that doesn't really like to wear a lot of like crazy makeup, this is a really great option. And then my friend actually gave me this little Clinique travel palette. It has 2 eyeshadows and then it has a blush. Honestly, I've been thinking about what shadows I have in my collection, and I have so many duplicates of these eyeshadows. I think I'm going to pass this along to a friend or maybe my mother because I feel like she might really like these shades. I think the pigmentation is great. I think the blush is really pretty, and if you're looking for something that's really easy and travel friendly, this is a great option. I don't know if they sell this or if this was a gift or something with purchase, but I think it's a really great quality product if you're looking for something from Clinique. So I think I'm just going to pass this along because, again, I have a lot of shades in my collection that are like this. So I'm going to pass this along. Next, I have my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette, which I love. It's so pretty. One, the packaging is so freaking adorable. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's so cute. And then on the inside, you just have a really great variety of colors. You've got this really interesting shimmery brown, kind of bronzy color. This really pretty, like, deep purpley maroon. This fantastic blue robin egg color. A fuchsia. You've got a purple. And then you've got this awesome orange in the top, and then these great kind of like highlighting colors right here. I think this palette is fantastic if you're kind of like the person that's looking for a palette that has that color, but you don't want to quite like dive in and buy a colorful palette like, say, the Urban Decay like electric palette. This is like all bright colors. This is a great way to kind of like step your toes into the water of bright colors without really fully committing, because you can make really wearable looks using this palette. So I highly recommend it, and it's only like $36, I think. I think that's how much I paid for it, but love it. Alright, so this is my Naked 3 Urban Decay palette. There's so many colors. This is like the rosy one. I don't know if I want to get rid of this. I'm like having mixed feelings about it. Because I do have the Roses palette by Urban Decay, or not Urban Decay, but CoverGirl, but there are so many like really great colors in here. I don't know. Should I pass it along? It is really great. I just don't reach for it that often. I'm going to put this on my maybe pile, and I think I will decide by the end of the video, I think. Next, I have this Kat Von D Interstellar palette, which the packaging is really, really cool. I love all of Kat Von D's artwork. And then on the inside, you get a really decent sized mirror. There's my face again and my delightful loungy appearance. And then you just have like these really awesome buttery pigmented shades. Like this silver is crazy. And then I really like this like taupey purpley shade. So pretty as well. I love this palette a lot. I think the colors are really pigmented. They're really great. They're really, really pretty. I'm honestly going to pass this along to my best friend because I know she was thinking about purchasing it, and I never use it, even though it's so pretty and I love all the colors in here. But I feel like a combination of all the palettes that I own, I have these colors already, and I kind of want to give it to someone who I think would use them more. And I know these are kind of like up her realm in colors, so I think I will be passing these along to the bestie because I just don't use it. So, girl, I hope you enjoy this palette as much as I did. And then I have my original Lorac Pro palette, which my friend did actually pass on to me. So some of these shades are like well loved. You can tell what shade she loved, but she passed it on to me because she knew how much I loved eyeshadow. And I think this shadow palette might be one of the reasons why I'm not keeping an Interstellar palette. Although this does have a mixture of like cool and warm tones. I just reach for this more when I'm looking for neutrals rather than that palette. I think it has a great variety, like I said, of warm and neutral, cool tone shades. You've got that black color, you've got some great champagne colors, an interesting red that's just kind of like randomly tossed in there. So I really like this palette. It's definitely one of those eyeshadow palettes that are kind of like, it's kind of like the tag-along best friend when you need a palette that will add dimension to a really colorful look, and that palette doesn't have like any neutrals. I definitely reach this palette to kind of help make an eyeshadow that's like a bright orange or a bright green or something crazy look a little bit more wearable, maybe smoke it out. So I really like this palette. I highly recommend it. This is my Kat Von D Chrysalis palette. I love this palette. I don't use it nearly enough as I should, and I don't know why. It's so pretty. But yeah, I love the colors in here. This camel color is everything. It is the perfect transition shade. I love this palette. I'm really sad that she discontinued it, but honestly I understand because it's been on the market for a while and she obviously wants to come out with new products, but I'm so sad she got rid of it because it is such a great colorful palette, and I just love all the colors in here, especially that camel. So pretty. So I will be keeping that one as well, in addition to her Monarch palette, which I also love. It's so pretty. I don't know if this one is still available. I think it is. But this is like the perfect like fall palette. I love this palette, especially for that orange right there. And this black right here is insanely pigmented. Like, if this is still available, I highly recommend it. It's such a great quality. All of her eyeshadows are amazing. I'm honestly obsessed with her eyeshadows, and I want to buy them all. And then we've got my Urban Decay Electric palette, which I love. It's so pretty. The packaging is fantastic. And then on the inside, you get a great array of really bright eyeshadows. Got this crazy like lime green chartreuse color. I've got some blues, some purples, some teals, and it gives you a really nice brush that's double-ended. So you have the like kind of like flat shadow end right there, and then you have the little like kind of like smudgy little end. I don't know, explain it, like a small smudger end. Yeah. I'm great at explaining things today, but yeah. Love this palette. If you're looking for something with really bright eyeshadows, I highly recommend that one as well. And then I have my Buxom customizable palette that I picked out the eyeshadows for specifically. This is the packaging on the customizable palettes, and then on the inside, I've got these really interesting colors. Obviously, they're bright and colorful because that's how I love my eyeshadows. So yeah, let me pull out this. I think what the cool part is that this tray pulls out. Hold on. The tray pulls out. So on the inside, I forgot these eyeshadows. The names are on the back. Okay, so we've got this mint green one, which is one of my favorites, and it is called Room Service. I love that one. This one's called La La Lavish, which is another one of my favorites, and I love this orange. It's very similar to the Kat Von D eyeshadow that's in her Monarch palette, so if you don't want to buy the whole palette but you love that orange, definitely pick up It Crowd. So I love this palette. I feel like a lot of people on YouTube don't like these eyeshadows, but I personally love them. I think they're really pigmented. They last a really long time on me, and they blend really well. So I don't know what all the hate is for, but I really like these eyeshadows. I highly recommend them if you want to customize your own eyeshadow palette to something that you specifically need. That's what I like about it. And when you run out of eyeshadow, you can just replace it, which is fantastic. So I will be keeping that because I actually picked out the colors myself, and I think the quality is really great. And you can buy this little guy, I think it was $30 for all 6 eyeshadows, which is pretty good for a high-end brand. And then I have this Too Faced Cat Eyes eyeshadow palette, which I honestly use almost daily for this top row. I love putting this in my crease, this in the outer V, and then this as a lid shade and a highlighting shade. I think if you're looking for a really funky kind of like cat eye look, you can definitely use these purples. And then I haven't used too much of these down here, especially that silver, because you kind of have to wet it to make it look really pigmented. But overall, I really like this eyeshadow palette. Again, I love that top row. Like, honestly, I bought that palette just for this top row because this color right here is just utterly fantastic tiger eyes. If you have blue eyes, you definitely need to pick up this eyeshadow palette because it definitely complements it really well. And I like the fact that you have that neutral option of creating like an everyday look, but you have that pop of color option, then you have this interesting smoky eye kind of option as well when it comes to creating eyeshadow looks. And it's travel friendly. It's really small and compact, so I really like this eyeshadow palette as well. We're going to go on to this Smashbox eyeshadow palette. It's called On the Rocks. This was a eyeshadow palette that came out Christmas, I think it was 2 years ago, because I think I picked this up early last year and it was on sale. So I got this for $18. I think the shadows are really pretty, but I never reach for this. Never. So I think I'm going to pass this along to a friend because I never reach for it. The quality is really good, but like I have so many shadows that are like this that I just don't really see the point of keeping it. So I will be passing this along. And then I have my Makeup Forever Artist Shadows 2 palette. As you can see, I end up keeping a lot of these in their boxes because I'm a little obsessed with makeup and I like to keep them, nice and neat. So this is the packaging. I think the packaging is really cool. And then on the inside, you do get 9 eyeshadows. It is a magnetic closure, so it will stay nice and shut if you're traveling with it. It comes with a really nice sized mirror as well. So I think the colors in here are really, really pretty. I love Makeup Forever eyeshadows. They're by far one of my favorite brands of eyeshadows. They're highly pigmented. They blend really well. They're really gorgeous, and they last forever. Oh my gosh. If you have not tried Makeup Forever eyeshadows, you really need to because they're some of the best eyeshadows on the market to this day. So I love this palette. It's not going anywhere. Like, I use this a lot. Like, this row I use for like fall, and these are like the summer. And then I have posted at least one or more. I think I have 2 makeup tutorials using this palette. So if I can find them, I remember, I might post them down below. Moving along, we have my Naked 2 palette, which I love. It's a palette I reach all the time. All the time for. It's just a really beautiful array of cool tone browns, which I naturally have a cool tone undertone to my skin, so cool tones flatter me more. But honestly, my skin leans more towards neutral because I am so fair that I can really wear whatever color I want to. Except for like those weird yellow browns. Yellow browns don't look good on me. But yeah, so I'm definitely keeping this. It's a staple in my makeup collection. I reach for it every day. Next, I have my Too Faced Sexy, or the Return of Sexy eyeshadow palette, which I really love this eyeshadow palette, but I killed this purple color, which was my favorite color out of the palette. So I don't reach for it anymore because I didn't want it to get destroyed, but obviously it has died. When did it die that much? I don't even remember. So, I don't know. I think I will still keep it because I love both of these sections right here, even if this purple one doesn't work out very well. I think I am going to keep it. I need to use it more. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on the top of my makeup collection. I'll try to save this eyeshadow. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to keep this on top of my eyeshadow palette collection for a month, and if I don't use it within a month, I think I'm just going to pass it along because there's no sense in me keeping an eyeshadow palette that I just never use. So I will fix that purple eyeshadow and I will put this on top of my makeup collection so that I actually use it, and if I don't, I will get rid of it. I've decided, so I'll put it in my maybe section. Alrighty, so next I have the Coastal Scents Revealed palette, well, Revealed 2 palette. It has quite a few shades that are included in this eyeshadow palette. However, I don't really like the quality of them. I feel like it's kind of hit or miss on the pigmentation of them. I don't think they really blend that well, so I'm just going to pass this along because I have already so many eyeshadows that look like this, so I'm just going to pass on someone else that might be able to use it. Next I have this Morphe 35P palette, which I literally just purchased not even a week ago. They had their 40% off Elite Brushes sale, so I figured I would pick up one of their eyeshadow palettes to test out the quality. I've only used it once, so I don't really have an opinion about it, but I'm definitely not going to get rid of it because I just bought it, so that'd be kind of silly. Anyway, so I'm going to test this out a little bit more before I decide whether or not I want to keep it. Alright, and then I do have my Mi Vida Loca Remix palette by Kat Von D. I think the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's kind of cool too because it's kind of similar to like a record album, so this slides out, and then on the inside you have quite a variety of colorful eyeshadows. I really love this eyeshadow palette, so I will definitely be keeping it. I think the pigmentation, like usual, is awesome. The blendability is amazing, and the lasting power is just, you know, Kat Von D's high quality standard. So I definitely will be keeping this. I think I think the packaging is a little awkward, but you know, whatever. It's pretty. Just really hard to store. And it did come with these little like eyeshadow guides, which yes, I kept the packaging because that's what I do. And then I have these two little Milani, I think it's called Everyday Eyeshadow palettes. I have the Smokey Essentials and the Earthy Essentials. On the back, it kind of gives you a little tutorial on how you can do looks on these palettes. So this is the Everyday Smokey palette. I'm like, what is this called? The inside, it does come with this little tiny brush, which it's okay. It's not the best, but I mean, if you're in a pinch, it'll provide you with the brush. I think these eyeshadows are amazing for drugstore quality, like crazy. Like this taupey color is so pretty, and then you have this really pretty like dark blue shade, like oh, so pretty. So yeah, I really like this eyeshadow palette. So I will definitely be keeping the smoky one, and then the Everyday Eyes Earthy Essential one, also really good. I hate the packaging though. These things are a pain in the butt to open. So there is our Everyday Earthy palette. I think this is going to be the perfect everyday eyeshadow palette for the fall, so I'm super excited to wear that. Honestly, I can wear it whenever, but I think this will be definitely perfect for the fall. Again, the color pigmentation, still pretty. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh, sorry, that's from the Smokes palette. Look at that. It's so pretty. And again, if you're able to get your hands on these two eyeshadow palettes, I really, really, really recommend them. I think they're fantastic. And then I have this little trio of Makeup Forever eyeshadows that I personally put together myself. I'm not getting rid of these. I think the pigmentation is amazing on the Makeup Forever eyeshadows. These are all really shimmery, but I think they're just so good. I love using this one in the summer. It's just really, 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 really pigmented. Look at that. And then this one is this really pretty kind of like red color, and then you have this really pretty bronzy color that you can just like pop all over the lid and blend it out, and you've got a really easy smoky eye. So I really like these eyeshadows. I will not be getting rid of them. I think these eyeshadows are like originally $20 or so each, but they have this deal on Sephora.com that I think in stores too, that if you buy 3 eyeshadows, you get them for $45 or $44. So I like that deal. So they're cheaper, you know, when you buy them in bulk. And then I do have my Urban Decay Smokey palette, which I recently bought early last, I think, fall. There's a cat hair in it. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I think the interesting aspect about this palette that I think a lot of people don't really realize when they're looking at it is that you can create a lot of everyday looks with these, especially with these kind of like lighter tan gold colors. You have some really good transition colors, and then if you use a really light hand, you can make an everyday look with these. So I think you can make really easy everyday wearable eyeshadow looks with this palette, and then obviously you can create those really dramatic smoky eyes with it too. So I really like this eyeshadow palette. I honestly don't use it as much as I should, so I will be using this more. The next one I have is this Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, and I honestly, this was the first Vice, this might have been the first eyeshadow palette that I purchased from Urban Decay. I think there's a lot of really cool colors in here, but I never reach for this. I mean, the pigmentation is really cool. I feel like what throws me off is like the layout of the eyeshadows, because I feel like they're kind of like really random, so I never really know how to use them. I don't know, I think I'm going to put this on the maybe pile and I'll think about it before the end of the video. To me, the pigmentation is great, just I never reach for it. I don't know, I'll probably get rid of it. And then I have this BH Cosmetics 120 eyeshadow palette. Again, I never reach for this, but it has a lot of really interesting kind of colors in here that I don't have in my collection. And then it does have another layer. I don't know, do I want to keep this? My friend gave it to me for my birthday like a couple of years ago. I don't know, I think I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile, and again I'll think about it before the end of the video because I never reach for it, but it has a lot of really cool colors, and I kind of feel bad because she bought it for me. But I'm just like, oh, I never reach for it because I have so much eyeshadow. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see what happens. And then this is my Urban Decay Vice 4 palette, which just came out this past Christmas. Very funky packaging. I like the packaging. It's very cool. I'm definitely going to keep this eyeshadow palette. I love the colors in here. It's a lot of really, really pretty jewel tones in it that I use on a daily basis. Not daily basis, but I use a lot of jewel tones in my day-to-day kind of like going out looks. And I love this orange right here. I did do a tutorial on it, but still pretty. Look at that. It's a little pretty. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping this eyeshadow palette because I love it so much. Honestly, I think I will probably get rid of my Vice 2 because I reach for this Vice 4 palette more. Like, I reach for this guy more than I do this guy right here. So I think I'm just going to pass it on. You know, I decided I'm going to pass that one on. I never use it. Like, I don't really need 2 Vice 2 palettes in all honesty because the colors are really similar. So I'm just going to pass it on. All right, and then I do have 2 more palettes. So I have the Too Faced Peach palette, which I'm not getting rid of. I love this palette. I use this every day. Like, every day. I love putting this color in the crease, and then I'll kind of like warm it up using this candied peach color. I'll sometimes use this yellow nectar color on the lid, put this white peach color, highlight color. I'll deepen up the V using Peach Pit. Like, I just love this for everyday use, and I think there's a nice variety of colors where you could do like an everyday look, but then you could really do like a really pretty like purpley, even green, like smoky eye. So I really, really, really like this palette a lot. I can't wait for it to come out, and I think he said he's gonna have it out by Christmas this year, like more of them, because I think I'm gonna pick up one for a friend. I don't know, or I might just buy a backup for myself because I love it that much. So good. The last palette that I have is this Too Faced Everything Nice palette, which I got for Christmas 2 years ago. When did I buy this? I don't know. Inside we have a really nice variety of bright colors. Most of them are really shimmery, although you do have some mattes in this upper corner right here, and there are some matter colors right here, and it comes with 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight. I never reach for this, but I also think it's because I don't have it with my other eyeshadows because it's really big and bulky, and honestly my eyeshadow drawer where all my palettes were at was really full. So I think I'm going to shove this in that area and see if I reach for this more, because if I don't, I think I'm going to get rid of it. But I think it's really cool because it does come with eyeshadows, and then you do have those face colors. I don't ever use these brushes because they're just small and awkward, but yeah, no. I think I'm going to keep this for right now, and then if I don't use it, by the time I go to school, I'll probably just pass it on then. I think I'm actually going to pass this one along, and I feel really bad. I'm sorry, Gorm. I know you purchased it for me, but I never reach for it, and the quality of the eyeshadows aren't really on par with all my other, like, really bright colors. So I think I'm going to pass it on. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to keep this, because I just swatched a couple of eyeshadows, and the pigmentation is really pretty. So I think what I'm going to do the same thing as I'm doing with my Too Faced Everything Nice palette. I'm going to keep this and see if I reach for it, and if I don't reach for it, then I'm going to get rid of it, because there's no sense in keeping something that I never reach for. Even if the quality is good, it's really affordable, and your friend gave it to you. If I don't reach for it, I should pass it along to someone who will actually use it. So keep it for right now, but it might move along onto a new home. Okay, so I am going to keep this one, I think. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to try to fix that eyeshadow. Obviously, I broke this one too. But I'm going to see if I can fix that eyeshadow. I'm going to leave it at the top of my makeup drawer, and if I don't reach for it, I'll pass it along. Because I really do like this section, I really do like this section, and those colors are pretty. Obviously, this eyeshadow palette is really fragile. So yeah, I'm going to keep this, and then if I don't use it, I will pass it on. So we're going to keep that on the maybe pile. That's a maybe. What else is a maybe? Okay, so these are our maybes. We've got this Everything is Nice, this BH Cosmetic one, this Naked 3, and then this, oh, got eyeshadow on my bed again. Okay, and this Too Faced Sexy, or Return of Sexy palette. So those are our maybes, and then we are getting rid of quite a few over here. We've got this Urban Decay Vice 2, the Revealed, the Interstellar, a couple of like smaller palettes. These are being tossed, and then naturally, yeah, I still have a lot, but honestly, I love eyeshadow. I am an eyeshadow junkie. I love my eyeshadow, so whatever. I don't really feel that bad. And I got rid of, like, look at it. I got rid of all those. That's a lot, right? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my decluttering videos. And then, obviously, I post a lot of, like, tutorials and fashion videos, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those. Let me know down below if any of these palettes are some of your favorites. Maybe I accidentally got rid of one of yours. I'm sorry if I did. Please don't be offended. And then I will also link down below my first video that I posted, which is my lipsticks, which I didn't get rid of that many of those either, to be honest. But yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and until next time, stay beautiful, because you are. Bye, guys.